like a test that I
Hey
failed.
YouTubers, a little bit different today. What we're going to do is fix a long time problem with one of our pressure washers. We have a karcher, which I'm just about to show you in the corner, that suffered from a lot of problems. They've got like porcelain sleeves that go over the pistons, they're crap. And then on top of that we've got, sorry about the camera flicker, that's the LED light. And on top of that, we had a coil go on us. Instead of them making them out of stainless steel, they don't make them out of mild steel, which tend to rot, so you've got to use water softeners to protect them. And it's a bit silly, just make them out of stainless, which is probably a better option, but then they wouldn't make money. So we've ordered the part off the internet, which is an absolute arm and a leg, but we found one a little bit cheaper. Basically these make them for karcher but sell them separate. So I'm gonna basically do a rundown of putting it back together today. Now I'll show you the damage that was created. Just by basically it's rotten inside out, so the water sits through the winter, and when you fire it up you get all this freaking iron deposits on top of your car, so you've got to filter it out well. But what's happened is the water's just rotted from the inside tube to the outside tube, and because it's under high pressure it's just popped. So I'm going to show you that now, and we'll go from there. This is the pressure washing question. I did not buy this brand new. It was supposed to have had a ton of work done to it. It did have a new 30 meters of cable put on it. That was definitely confirmed through receipts, but all the other work that he said that was carried out really wasn't. It was all hogwash. So this is the karcher in question today. Most of the freaking karchers are built the same anyway, so it's pointless even giving model numbers. But I'll show you the insides and how it's basically put together and how it actually works. I know it's a bit different video to what we normally do from the car content, but with winter the way it is, it's like being brutal. So what we've been trying to do is protect all of our vehicles from road salt, because the council, as you know, throw it down like candy, and they still do this all the way up to the summer months, which I don't get, but they do it. So we're protecting the cars from roads, yada yada yada. I'd love to get them out, but we will this summer. So what we've got here is the karcher. So I'm going to do a breakdown on this, because this does all of our fleet, like works vans, it does our own cars, and it gets all the salt off. And because we run it at such high pressure, it actually practically dries straight away. So I'm going to do a breakdown now, and we'll go from there. Oh, before we do that, I'm going to go over and I'm going to show you the coil. So here's the coil in question. This coil's probably about 2 years old. It didn't look that old, to tell you the truth, when we first got it. It looked similar to the brand new one that we've got, but just over time it's just obviously rotted through, and the atmospheric air's got to the outside of it, so it's been working through both sides, I guess. The split that we've got in it isn't actually on top of it here, it's actually on the inside. And hang on, I'll just get a torch, wherever that may be. Right, so we get a torch, you look inside here, and as you can see, it's basically, it doesn't look too healthy on the outside, but it looks like that from the get-go, to tell you the truth, after a couple of months of it sat in the atmospheric air. So what we're going to have to do is put a top on the exhaust flute in the winter months, because like this is horrendous. The new ones had a zinc spray sprayed over the outside, but it will burn off. It's a high temperature, but it will eventually burn off. But like I said, it's rotted from there. So what we've tried to do, and don't fall victim to this, don't think all these coils are the same, because they're all different on all the karcher models. So this one, from basically top of there to the bottom of there, is 500. We've measured, well, from here to there, so it's 500 millimeters, 50 centimeters. From here to here is 60, which most of them are. If you look at all the model ranges of the karcher, they normally are. It's the height. Now, if you end up getting a shorter coil, it's going to take a lot longer to heat up, because the heat element comes from the top, which I'm going to show you in a bit. So what we're going to do is basically compare them. Now the one they had said it was a 500. I checked and double checked again and relayed messages to them. It was the right pipe thickness, it was everything. It's turned up today, it's 480 millimeters, which is 48 centimeters. So it's slightly shorter, but I'm just going to persevere with it because it's took nearly best part of a month to arrive. So especially with all stuff that's happening in Calais with trucks and stuff now, I'm just going to persevere with it. If it heats up, bonus, you know, we'll just go and have it. Then I'll just message them and just tell them I've had to put up with, hopefully get a little bit money towards other parts of it. So we'll go from there, but just watch what you're buying. And I know it's a pain, and even if the ad says it, there's a lot of eBay websites out there now that are absolute. So you can order something, the ad says it, and then you get it and it's completely the wrong one that you've ordered. Now a lot of Chinese places love you doing this, because if it's a cheaper product you're never ever going to send it back. So it's like a win-win. They can actually call you out on it and say, well, send it back now. But you're not going to, because the price is going to be ridiculous, send it back to China. So you've got to try and find UK suppliers. This one is a UK supplier, but by I send it back down south. Well, he says a UK supplier, but the state of the Calais situation, I've just found a receipt in the box for customs. So there's something going on somewhere. So my suspicion is they're based in London, but they're pulled from China. So, like I said, we'll go from there. Well, we'll get it and I'll basically show you how it's integrated into the system, into the burner. See, you have the heat coil, then you have the burner. So I'll do that now and we'll go from there. Right, I've got these two side by side. Now, what I'm going to do now is just show you the size difference. Completely on flat ground, and you bring it down, you can see there's about a 2 centimeter difference between the two. Then to the peak it's exactly the same. Now I don't get why they've done this, but it's the way they are. Then if you look over here on the intake, look, I can just to see get the screwdriver in, and that one just falls all the way in. So even the bore's different, but I give them the bore size, so I don't get why they've done this. But I'm going to persevere with it because I was sick of freaking waiting for it to come. The amount of time it actually took to come, I could actually probably have one freaking made. It's just a complete ball ache. Well, hopefully, let's see if it works exactly the same. If it doesn't, it's going back. It's just simple. I kind of already know it's the wrong one. It says on the box it's right, but it's wrong. But this is the thing when you're dealing with these companies, they're an absolute pain in the arse. No one listens, and then you have dozy staff that take no inkling into what they're doing, because they're doing multiple jobs, or they're so lazy and tired and they're bored that they can't send the right one out. And this is what ends up happening. Now if we didn't have them people in this world, the country would probably run a hell of a lot faster. But you know, what do? So we'll go from there. I'll start to fit this into the cup, which is over the other side here. So hopefully the diameters are all right and what have you. And we'll go from there. So I'll fit that now, and then we'll see how it integrates with the whole system. You enjoying yourself, yeah? I have this with car parts all the time, you know. Car parts are just an absolute ball ache they've become. So, got that. Take the cap off. You've got your dodgy concrete, which has all been hoovered out, by the way, because so rubber mallets. Right, that is attached. So what we're going to do now is use an adjustable spanner. So let's get the big guns out. And where have I just put that nut? Here's my little special spanner set. Don't be there, don't be there, don't be there. Oh, it does fit there. Does fit there. What size is that? 32. So we've got the 32. I got you on camera stand, so what I'm going to do with this is, I think I'm going to do that one. Yeah. So what we're going to do, if in doubt, windy it out. Oh, freedom! You ready? Next one. Oh my god, that's so sexy. Oh god. What's all that? That there is expense. Falling right on the floor. Put in rust form. So, what we're going to do now is flip the lid. So, if I bring you around to here, see the two holes down there? That's basically where them two bolts fit through. So I'm going to squeeze it in now. Very light, these. Right, we have that down, fixed into place. Normally I change a weave, but that hasn't even come, but we need the pressure washer. So I'm going to take the risk, basically. Who gives a fucking flying fucker? So anyway, we're going to do that. So, coils in place. We're going to put the tub in. I could do with just thinking up. Put a bit of exhaust paste on it. What do you think? Might just do that, you know. Seal it for life. You know what I mean? Yeah, I might just do that. So anyway, we take this tub, turn it upside down. So what we're going to do is stick that on the top now. So easy burn lid. So basically what we're doing here, you can see this bit here, I don't know if you can. See this bit, this is your, basically your boost, should I call it. Normally what cars run a lot of, so what we're trying to do here is fit it into place. So this is the sock that goes on it, like made of a jean material, but obviously fireproof. Yeah, fucking better be anyway, I'll be setting fire in my garage. So it's in place. Right, so we have the sock on there, and what we're going to do is, it's not under high pressure, it's just more of a vacuum it creates, well, a blow should I say. So there's the sock, blows into there, creates this whirlwind. This I think is about a 3.5-4 kilowatt motor. So it's a lot, and then you have all this, so it pumps a diesel now, so this little diesel pump that pumps along. So right, we're nearly there, I cut the video short for a second because I had a visitor, as we always do here. So as you can see, top screw, get the top screw out, down the side, pull the screw, boom! Back in the room. As you can see with them nuts, well, bolts, I've got a bit of a sleeve on, and a little dowel. Do not over tighten these. What we're going to do, can you see this here? This is the temp sensor. So we're going to stick temp sensor in here. That is for the exhaust side. And what we're going to do, just make sure you don't overbend that cable. So what we got here There's the diesel vent. Yeah, the diesel pipe. That's brass. We all know brass is soft metal. So that in there, that in there. Right, now we need a 13 to tighten the exhaust up. There we go, all done. So as you can see, you've got these like little cutouts there. So all we're doing, we're just nipping that in. And that basically adheres that to the floor. Right, we have it all hooked up now. As you can see, we have the burner. Just reminded me. We've got some weird cable ties here. These are going to have to do. It's only for test purposes only. Hey, it's got up in here. I've had to cut a little bit because I literally could not get under. As you can see, that pipe over there, that was leaking onto the floor. So we've nipped that up even more. I didn't really want to cross thread it or anything, so I didn't put that much pressure on it. So what I'm going to do now is jack this up. See where we go from here. So put that back down. Yeah, man. Some people kick off with me doing that. Trying, I'm going to set pipes off. I don't really give a shit. So let's try this puppy again, but at full chatter. So what I'm going to do is set up my tripod here. Basically, diesel pump's working. All the water, we've got no leaks. The blow's working as it should. So I think we are near enough good to go. So as you can see, we've completely finitoed this. If you like the content, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll keep you up to date with next episodes or next series or whatever we put up at the time.